Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new then welcome to the channel, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon so that you won't miss updates whenever I upload new videos on our channel. So in this video we are going to start a new subject which is called as wireless communication and networks, and in this particular video we are going to see the introduction to the cellular concept, system design fundamentals. So yeah, let's get started. So let's start with the mobile phones. What is a mobile phone? You can also call it as your magic talking box. So your mobile phone is like a magic box that lets you to talk, send messages, and do all sort of cool stuffs. It's not connected to any wire, and it's free to move around with you. Now let's see how this mobile phone works. So we will see how the mobile phone works. So imagine you have this magical talking device, also known as our mobile phone. This magic device lets you communicate with your friends, family, and the whole world, no matter where you are. Now, how does it work? Well, it's like having a bunch of mini radio towers everywhere, and they are all working together to make your conversation happen. Now, how does this conversation happen? This happens by the mobile communication. So mobile communication is all about those conversations that you have with your phone. When you talk or send messages, your phone uses invisible signals, which is like a kind of magical waves, and this is used to send your words and messages to these mini radio towers. Now, how does these signals reach to these mini radio towers? So this signal reaches to the mini radio towers through channels. Now, what is the channel? Let me explain you in a easy and clear manner. So the channel uses the radio frequencies for the conversation. How is it possible? Let us consider you have this radio, which is rarely anyone having in their house nowadays. So this is a radio and this is the tuner, by using which you change your frequency, right? Now let's say there is a channel called as radio mirchi, and this channel is having the frequency which is 95 megahertz. So when you tune this to 95 megahertz, this radio will receive the signals which is of frequency 95 megahertz. So whatever signal are passed through this frequency from the radio station, that signal will reach to your radio and you will be able to hear the voice. Okay, now let's say you tune this tuner more to 100 megahertz. So now let's say if another channel exists on this frequency, then whatever messages are sent with this frequency, you will receive that message signal on your radio and you will hear whatever they are speaking, right? Now, how this is possible? First of all, this is a frequency and there is this let's say this mic, and whatever the person is speaking getting passed to 100 megahertz frequency, and this 100 megahertz frequency is carrying this message signal, whatever like the speaker spoke, this frequency is carrying this signal, and this signal is sent through this frequency to the radio channel. So you will be able to hear the sound which is passed through this frequency. Okay, I guess you understood it. Now let me tell you what happens with the mini radio towers and the signal which we send through our mobile phones. So think as these channels as different radio frequencies, like different radio stations. Each radio tower is has its own channel to talk on, right? And when you call your friend and or send a text, your phone picks a clear channel to send your message. It's like tuning into the station to listen to your favorite music. So as I said, this frequency is acting like a channel, and it is taking your signal and sending it to the radio. In the same manner, when you text or call your friend through your mobile phone, this also takes a channel. That means this takes a frequency, and through this frequency your message signal travels to this mini radio towers, and after that your signal is sent to the radio tower in which your friend is, and from that radio tower your friend's mobile will receive the signal through some another frequency. Okay, see, your phone can do two main things, that is talking and using the internet, right? So talking is using your voice, and using the internet is sending and receiving the data. When you talk, it's like a phone call, and when you use the internet, it's like browsing websites, watching videos, or playing games. Okay, you understood this? Now let's see what is noise in communication system. Sometimes when you are on a call, you might hear a little bit noisy sounds or static in the background. This is called noise. It's like when you are trying to listen to your favorite song on the radio, but there is some interfaces. So this may be due to thunderstorms or some interference between the channels, or it may be any natural disturbance in the channels. Okay, now the cellular concept, how it all fits together. The cellular concept, this cellular concept is like a big puzzle that makes your mobile conversation work well. It divides the world into little cells which are hexagonal in shape, and these cells are having their own mini radio towers, and when you move around, your phone connects to the closest mini tower. So this has a mini tower, this also has a mini tower. Now let's say you are moving from this cell to this cell. These all are cell 1, cell 2, cell 3. So when you are moving from cell 1 to cell 2, first your cell is connected to this mini tower, and then when you move from this cell to this cell, your phone will slowly disconnect with this tower, and slowly it will get connected to the tower in which cell you are moving to. Okay, this is why you can keep talking, texting, or using internet without losing your connection. So how it happens? This is called handoff. This is like smoothly passing the call. Now let me explain you what is handoff in detail. So Imagine you are walking while talking on the phone. So as you move, your phone smoothly switches from one mini tower to the next. First, you are in a cell in which there is a mini tower, and you are connected to this mini tower. Okay, you are using this channel of some frequency. Now there is an adjacent cell in which also there is a mini tower. So when you move from this cell 1 to cell 2, the smoothly it will disconnect from cell 1 tower, and you will get connected to this tower which is in cell 2, and you will be using the channel which is associated with tower which is in cell 2. Now putting it all together. So mobile phones and cellular concept work together like magic. Your phone talks to the closest mini radio tower, finds a clear channel to have a conversation, and even handles a bit of noise. It's this amazing coordination that makes your mobile conversation and internet use possible whenever you go. So remember, the next time you make a call or use your phone, it's all thanks to the magic of mobile communication and the cellular concept. Now let's discuss about the cellular concept with a bit more detail. Making sure that we all talk on our phones. So imagine you have a really big area like city, and a lot of people want to use their phones to call, to use the internet, right? But there is a problem. If everyone uses their phones at the same time, it can get really crowded, and it's hard for the signals to reach the right place, isn't it? So what we do now, we divide the city into smaller pieces like pieces of puzzles. Each of the piece is called a cell. So if there is a city, then the cell is in a hexagonal design. So each of these hexagonal uh, boxes represents that it is a cell, and in each cell there is a tower associated with some set of frequencies. Okay, now think of these cells like neighborhoods. Now we have these cell towers in each neighborhood. Each cell towers help our phone signals to go where they want to. Okay, so this way we can have lots of people using their phones at the same time without things getting too crowded. It's like having many small neighborhoods in the city. Like this one thing is called a cluster, in which there are a countable number of cells, and the same cluster is continued, and there are so many clusters in a city which covers a city or a country or the all geographical areas. Okay, so let's assume it as a city. So there are so many clusters, and in those clusters we have the cells with associated towers in those cells. So it's having many small neighborhoods in the city, and each one has its own special tower to help with the phone signals, right? So the cellular concept is like a clever plan to make sure you can talk on your phone, send messages, and use the internet without any problems, even when we are on the move. Okay, like even when you are moving from one cell to another or from one cluster to another cluster. Okay, it's like a big jigsaw puzzle that helps keep us connected. So yeah, I hope you understood whatever I explained in this video. In the next video we will see how how frequency reuse concept is used in these cells and clusters. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until then, you subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon, and also hit that like button if you really understood everything that I explained. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.